Hey traders, welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth. Today is Wednesday, December 2nd, and in today's video, we're going to discuss the cannabis house vote that is going to happen either tomorrow or Friday. They are meeting today and it will be out, so the decision on the vote will be out tomorrow or the next day. So we should see some update on that by the end of the week. And will tomorrow be a historic day for MJ and the cannabis space as a whole, especially in the United States? We will see. So before we jump into today's video, make sure to hit the like, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this market perspective. So first, we'll look at some news and events. So there is quite a few events and news articles to go over here today. So you can see here, breaking S&P 500 ekes out record close as Wall Street weighs new round of stimulus talks. So we saw that McConnell and Schumer were far apart on unemployment benefits and stimulus proposals. Then we just saw a new article from Pelosi saying that Pelosi and Schumer back the $900 billion the stimulus plan as basis for negotiations continue on. So Chuck Schumer urged Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to use a $908 billion bipartisan stimulus plan as the basis for relief talks, endorsing a smaller relief bill than they previously have. McConnell and House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer were set to discuss stimulus Wednesday for the second time this week. So we'll see if there's any update on that. We also saw that 83% of small business owners support another round of stimulus relief, surveys say. Also, Trump's cure, basically the cure for the global situation that we have at hand, the US should be able to immunize nearly a third of the population by the end of February. It's getting really harder. It's getting harder and harder not to say those words and please the YouTube algorithm. We also saw Arizona Democrat Mark Kelly sworn into Senate, cutting into GOP majority. So another point in favor of the Democrats and the Senate, and bodes well for potential US federal legalization as well. We also saw that ADP came in with a jobs miss. So ADP non-farm payroll came in. It was expected, let's just take a look here. So we were expecting 410K and it came in at 307. And the previous was 404. So huge miss there. Like I said, I was calling that for a while, likely due to seasonality and jobs from the summer dropping off. We saw Vancouver home sales fall in November, but remain higher than they were a year ago. Also, Salesforce to buy work chat service Slack for $27.7 billion. And Slack co-founder says he was skeptical about the work from home theme until we got hit with this plague. So obviously that changed the entire world that day. We also saw that I did a video on this earlier today in a product review video for Hexo, but essentially United Nations approved the World Health Organization recommendation to reschedule cannabis in historic vote. So the vote came in at 27 to 25, and that's based on the WHO's recommendation to remove cannabis resin from the schedule from the 1961 single convention of narcotic drugs. So all the way back from 1961 in a historic vote. We'll see if we can have another historic day tomorrow if we get results from the House of Representatives, but it'll still have to go to the Senate and may not get past Mitch McConnell, but we'll have to see, as there's still some hope. So key thing to watch in the House is whether re-elected Democrats vote against the MORE Act or if re-elected Republicans vote in favor of the bill. So some stocks to watch: Afria, Aurora, Hexo, Tilray, Canopy, Organigram, Kushco, Green Thumb, TrueLeaf, Curaleaf, and Kronos were mentioned in the article, and a couple of ETFs there as well. We also saw CanTrust to sell legal pot again as it looks to recover from illicit production scandal that it got hit with about a year ago. And we're starting to see more and more coverage about Hexo. It seems every day we see a new article. This one saying the beatdown of Hexo stock may be finally coming to an end. And Investor Place goes on to talk about how 2020 was a good year, but there's been struggles. There's good and bad. And this happened with Tesla all the time too, before its huge breakout. Everybody was saying there was an article every 5 minutes about Tesla and why it was bad, why it was good. But the fact is it's getting attention, and that's what's catching my attention, regardless if they're bearish or bullish. Every day there's a new company or third-party research firm covering it, that's bullish in my opinion, regardless of whether or not they're bullish or bearish. Once this thing gets some attention and starts to take off like it has been and some positive momentum, it's going to be a hell of a ride. So it talks about its financials, how they're improving, and how it's really going to depend on their cash burn and where that cash allocation is gone to, and how they decide to divvy that out. And basically, they're in a great cash position. Goes on to talk about the reverse split implications. And the bottom line is you have a mixed picture, but going by the buy low, sell high theory, they said it might be might be time to start considering a position, or at least putting it on your watch list. So that's where we stand in terms of news and events for today. Moving on to some charts. So we saw that SPY with a record close on the daily QQQ. Looks like we had a record close as well. Closed at 303.46. Yep, record close on QQQ. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin daily inside bar on watch. So we have 2 hours, 50 minutes left. So it could be a double inside bar. Most important short-term support is going to be 18,001 on Binance and 18,000 psychological, obviously. Resistance at 19,888. If we open up the next inside bar, then we'll be eyeing resistance at 19,342 and support at 18,330. But holding EMA 12, we did lose that EMA 12, bounced off EMA 26. It was the first time we lost EMA 12 since all the way back in October. And now we're reclaiming that, and we'll see if we can blast to new highs. And did we change the 4-hour trend? Yes, we did. We didn't set a 4-hour high or low in a long time, which is why we crashed and basically just got above a new all-time high, and then we pulled back significantly, about 10%, and now looking to establish that 4-hour high or low, which it looks like it has been set, and we're looking to form another inside bar bull break here on the 4-hour, holding EMA 26 as a nice visual guide, and the inside bar trying to break bull. Still got 2 hours, 49 minutes left of that candle. And then we'll be eyeing resistance at 19,342 on the 4-hour. But on the hourly chart, low, high, double top essentially. And the top to break is going to be 19,489 on the hourly. So that's where we stand on Bitcoin. We'll see the QQQ bulls and the SPY bulls close. We're up a little bit here after hours as well. So we'll see if the positive momentum, the dollar's getting wrecked today. Gold's catching a bid still as well. And let's see if the overall hype and euphoria continues. Maybe we break to all-time highs tonight. I have a Bitcoin position. I have a stop right here at about 17,480, just under 17,500. And I'm in that position. And I'll be riding that position for the foreseeable future until I get stopped out, at least anyway. So that's where we stand on Bitcoin. And let's move on from Bitcoin. We'll take a look at the dollar because the dollar is getting crushed today. So daily downtrend continues with a new lower low. Again, it's going to be all about the resistance there at 88.25, I believe it was. Yep, 88.25 support. We aren't oversold on the weekly yet, so that's notable. And taking a look at the daily here, just going to delete those lines. We are in oversold territory. MACD trending lower as well. And the EMA 12 and 26 period are trending down as well. But we'll look at the 4-hour chart, see if we can get a bounce going here. But we're in a downtrend pretty much on every time frame. So start with the 1 minute. We change the 1 minute trend, zoom out to the 2 minute, change the 2 minute, zoom out to the 3, the 5, the 15. If you're a longer term trader, maybe you're looking at the hourly or the daily charts. So that's where we stand on the dollar. Just take a look at the Dow Jones. So close, not a record close, but close near the high of the day. IWM, so the Russell 2000 ETF, we had a inside bar bear break, it looks like, but not much follow through. And EMA 12 right there as support as well. NASDAQ closed in the red today. And daily inside bar on watch for tomorrow. SMH, the semiconductor ETF, all-time high close. And it continues to set all-time high closes. SMH, one of the stronger sectors for sure. And QQQ as well. Volume dropping off a little bit there today on SPY and QQQ. Let's take a look at SMH. Volume dropping off a bit as well. So breaking a little bit of bearish divergence there in terms of price level versus price action versus the volume. TAN solar sector ETF down 1.5% today. Oil up over 1.5%. Looking for a daily higher low. And we'll look to the 4-hour chart. If we can change the 4-hour trend back to the bulls, which we have yet to do, coming right off the low. So we'll look for a higher low compared to this most important support at 43.90. We'll look for a higher low. Bulls got lots of room to establish that. So 2.5%. We'll look for a higher low and higher high, confirm that 4-hour trend change, and we'll be confident that the daily higher low will be set and established at 43.94. Silver getting its bounce going, was stronger than gold. Not surprising, seeing as we haven't broken the weekly descending triangle or lost weekly support of 21.66. Gold lost its weekly support and broke the descending triangle bearish on the weekly, but we had that uptrend line to be watching on the monthly, and we're bouncing off of that, which I highlighted in a couple of videos, but I think it was a couple of days ago now on a few other daily market recap videos. But essentially called that out, expected a bounce, and that's exactly what we got. I would expect either a daily or a weekly lower high and then look for a confirmed downtrend and then test 1670 support, which is last weekly support. So that's what I could see happening. XBI down just a bit, not much today. Looking for a daily higher low. Again, we need to change the hourly trend to be confident that the daily higher low is set, which we have yet to do. XHB, same thing, haven't changed the hourly trend, so daily consolidation continues. XLE up over 3% today. Looks like the daily bounce is underway, looking to form a support off of EMA 12. And we'll look at the hourly. So this is all coming right off the low. So we haven't changed the hourly trend yet as well. We did have a bull cross there, but we're looking to form an hourly, could be an hourly bull flag at this point. But need to change the 5-minute trend back to the bulls to be confident that the hourly higher low is set. Most important short-term resistance is going to be 38.69. XLF, financial sector, catching a bid today. Looks like we broke the high of yesterday by 10 cents. So it looks like the daily bounce is underway, but need to change that hourly trend. Did we change it? Not enough of a pullback to really consider that. If we use extended hours, then you can say we changed that hourly trend. Taking extended hours off here. Yeah, no, we did change the hourly trend, so we are in an hourly uptrend. So it looks like the daily higher low is now set on XLF. XLRE continues its daily consolidation. Again, need to change the hourly. XLV catching a bid today. Daily inside bar on watch tomorrow. Most important resistance, 111.87. Most important support is 110.47. Did it change the hourly trend? Yes, we did. So low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high. So we're just in this tightening range now. Most important support on the hourly is going to be 110.47, and most important short-term resistance on the hourly 111.86. So that's where we stand. That's pretty much all I had in terms of global indices. So we'll just take a quick look at some individual tickers. There wasn't really much I wanted to report today. Apple pretty much flat on the day. We had Riot down 3%, Space 2%, Tesla 2%. So fairly mixed across the board. DDD up 7%, INSG up 7%, Uber caught a bid today, up almost 7%. BlackBerry was up about 15%, almost to $8 there on one point, at one point coming off of the back of that Amazon news. We had NEO up for an oversold bounce today. Looks like it's up over 5%. So that's pretty much where we stand. Again, Amazon, I'm still eyeing this weekly head and shoulders potential. But the longer we go on, the more we look to negate that. And we did see that Jeff Bezos also sold about $5 billion worth of stock as well, but clearly not really affecting the stock. So that's where we stand. Taking a look at Canadian MJ. So again, the beneficiary of the gains today was in the cannabis sector in Canada. So just taking a look, we had Sundial up 80 to 80 cents, up 23%. Aurora up 12%. PCLO up over 10%. OGI almost 10%. Hexo almost 10%. APHA, Tilray, CGC. So pretty much green across the board except for RIV. And Canopy looking to form a daily higher low and establish that at 26.56. Did we change the hourly trend? The answer is yes, we did, with a low, high. I guess you could technically, we didn't, this is all off the same move, so we haven't really set an hourly higher low. Yeah, and we take extended hours off. We haven't changed that yet. So we could be looking at an hourly bull flag. We are holding EMA 12 as well. We had some inside bars that broke bare, but not much follow through. So that's why we're eyeing a potential hourly bull flag. And we'll just take our fib retracement tool and we'll draw it up here. You can see that we could drop to about the 27.75 level and still be considered a possibility of an hourly bull flag. But you can see we're just chopping around into the end of the day. Looks like there's a little bit of profit taking into the end of the day, nothing too extreme. Taking a look at APHA, did we change the hourly trend and regular trading hours? No, pretty much the same thing. Aurora, same thing, could be an hourly bull flag. Cron, same deal. Looks like it pulled back a little bit more. We also have some bear volume ramping up there into the end of the day. Let's zoom in to the end to, yeah, that's some heavy bear volume there. So not sure what's going on with Cron. Hexo closed at 117, sitting at 116 after hours. Did we change the hourly trend? Let's take those lines off here. And like I said, I highlighted this. It could be an hourly inverse head and shoulders forming as well. And we have yet to close below $1 for the last 2 trading days. That hourly candle was very bullish though, could be a potential hourly bull flag as well. And holding EMA 12 could be a potential for a cup and handle as well. So we'll keep an eye on that going into tomorrow, increasing bull volume there into the end of the day. So that's nice to see, but haven't changed the hourly trend yet. Actually, did we change the hourly trend? Yes, we did. We broke it by 1 penny. See, we're at a low, high, and high of 116. We formed a higher low at 110, and we broke by 1 penny, but we need to see follow through tomorrow to be confident that the hourly trend change has occurred and that the daily higher low is set. I guess it's not a daily higher low, but that the daily bounce is underway and that we can eye daily continuation. So that's pretty much where we stand in terms of US MJ. Ian up again today, up almost 25%, MJNA, 14%, MedMen up 7.8%. Grow Generation up over 6%. CWeb catching a bit, up over 6% as well. We had Vireo down over 8%. CXXI down over 3%, but pretty mixed bag across the board. Again, the majority of the gains were in the Canadian cannabis sector, and I don't expect that to change anytime soon. So that's where we stand. I do want to highlight real quick here. I sold my Cron based on the close today and the Golden Cross. Let's just bring it up here. So we had the Golden Cross, the 50 through the 100 and the 200 Golden Cross, and we've already shot up, you know, like almost 100% from the lows here. So I'm already starting to think about how much of this is already priced in, or how much of this move has already been accounted for in this bull cross of the Golden Crosses, of the moving averages on the daily. So I sold it, made about 12%. So I was up 5 figures on that trade. So I locked that in, and I'm swinging Hexo. Like I said, I've got some Bitcoin, so some long exposure to Hexo, and taking a look at the daily chart on Hexo. So we just crossed for a golden cross with the 50 through. We crossed through the 100 and the 200, and the 100 day could cross through the 200. Looks like it probably will tomorrow. So we have the 50 and the 100 crossing through the 200 day moving average. That's extremely bullish. We are overbought on the daily, but not on the weekly. And the MACD is just absolutely blasting off here and rocketing to the moon. So we'll see if we have any results from the vote tomorrow. That's pretty much all I have for you guys for today and today's daily market recap. Again, tomorrow we have the initial jobless claims, so we'll be watching out for that and see how that moves the markets. But other than that, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Drop a comment if you want any tickers or analysis on any companies. I'd be happy to help. And consider checking us out at pursuitofwealthgroup.com for a free 1-week trial. Basically, we talk about stocks and do analysis for private members day in, day out, and no credit card required. And if you do want to join us, it's only $4.99 per month. And that may go up in the future, but right now we have that special pricing on, and we currently don't have any plans to end that anytime soon. So once again, thanks for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth and joining us for another daily market recap video. We'll see you on tomorrow's update.